In Working It Today, Andy Challenger of Challenger Gray & Christmas joins you now to talk about new regulations on OT, overtime. And you're working overtime to join us, so thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Big changes ahead. I think this is the biggest change we've seen in what, about a decade?
In about a decade, they're raising this floor that, qualifies people as either non-exempt or exempt from overtime from 23,000 to about 47,000. So a huge jump, and millions of workers that are now going to be classified as hourly as opposed to salaried.
Got it. So people who are now making more than $40,000 per year, they were salaried, they go to hourly.
So,
will they have to track their hours, or how will this work?
Yeah, so companies, if they don't want to have to pay extra overtime hours to these employees, are going to have to track when they arrive at work, when they leave, when they're taking breaks, when they're taking lunch breaks. And so all this new tracking it feels like a demotion to a lot of salaried workers, even though some of them may be working less and making more.
They should make more with this new rule. That's the point of it, correct?
It depends. Some people probably won't be making more. Companies aren't going to be willing to pay that overtime in some ways, so they're going to be cutting back on hours. That means companies may be hiring more employees but each of them is going to be working fewer hours.
Fewer hours.
Yeah.
So companies are getting creative, it sounds like, with their strategies on how to handle this.
Yep.
What else do you expect to see?
We'll see some people that are right on the cusp. It might be a windfall for them. They might get moved up to this next salary bracket so that they're not, they don't qualify for overtime. And certainly some people who are overworked and underpaid will be working less in the next coming years.
Hey, how's the summer looking for teens or college students who might want to pick up a job?
Yeah, so hiring's been pretty robust throughout the year. So a lot of teenagers, 400,000 more teenagers are employed today than the same time last year. So we're not going to see that same huge summer bump in teenage employment, but we still expect to see about 1 million teens find jobs this summer.
Is that a decent amount then, you say?
It's a decent amount. It's less than last year in terms of jump, but overall, more teens are going to be employed than any time in the last 7 years.
Similar sectors than we usually see: retail, lawn care,
food industry, all these kinds of anything that has a spike in activity during the summer needs extra help, and oftentimes hires temporary high school and college workers.
In Chicago, I know they're looking for more lifeguards.
So it's perfect teenager job, right? And retail and a lot of city government jobs as well.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks.